What's up guys, it's your boy Ruin. We are back with another Kuro Kiseki II video. Before this, I have already uploaded the discussion video that's talking about, that's focused on Swin and Nadia in that first scan. So I'll leave the link in the upper hand corner or the left hand, whichever upper corner that it may be located at. I'll leave the link for you guys to check out if you haven't watched it already and you're interested. Discuss fully about Swin and Nadia, which I am super looking forward to seeing them in this game. In this one, we're going to be focusing on this scan right here, talking about the chapter progression in this game, because it's going to be different from the previous one, as well as the side mission. So, without any further ado, let's not waste any more time. Let's get right into this and let's talk about it. Okay, so the way it's going to be working in this game, Bon and his allies are going to be acting separately across the various regions of Calvard. So by that, it feels like we may not have a situation, I don't know how they're planning on doing this, but we may not have a situation to where we see the entire Arkwright Solutions office like together as one, which I really hope that's not the case. I am hoping on my knees begging that that is not the case and we will see the entire Arkwright Solutions office together again, probably minus Brigard, because I believe he is not going to be appearing at all in this game if I remember correctly at the end of Kuro no Kiseki 1. How the story is going to progress and work in Kuro no Kiseki 2 is it's basically going to be chapter selections. So there's going to be different parts that the game is split into: prologue, Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, however many parts there are before the finale. So, and then within each part, which I'm not sure if this is going to happen for the prologue also and the finale, but I personally, I hope it's not. I want the prologue to be kind of like the prologue, and then finale to be the finale, where everybody kind of like goes together into one sort of story. But each part is going to be separated into chapters, and you get to select which side you want to do. You have side A, which is basically Vaughn focused as quote-unquote MC protagonist, and then you have a side B, which will be focused on Swin and Nadia. I'm gonna say Swin and Nadia because they're kind of like a pairing, you know what I mean? So that's freaking cool. You basically get to choose within a part which chapter you want to do. Chapter A for part 1 or chapter B for part 1. And you can go either way, but you have to do both. If you select chapter A, if you choose side A, you'll go right into side A's route, and you'll be doing side A's portion of that part. If you choose side B, then you go the other route and you'll do this side of that part. Once you finish the chapter you select, so if you select side A, you finish side A, then you automatically transition into side B and you do side B for that part. And then once you do side A and the side B, that's when you finish that part, and then you move on to this next part. One thing that was no mention of at all whatsoever is whether you could switch mid chapter, kind of like Hajimari. One thing I'm really interested in seeing is we have this side A, we have this side B for each chapter, but once we get closer to the finale, or basically like, is it going to work like in the prologue to where we already start with different sections of the chapter? For example, if I'm not mistaken, in because in Hajimar we started with basically the Lloyd's crossbell route, but we already had the different routes established. Like we had Lloyd's section of the prologue, we had Reen's section of the prologue, and we had C's section of the prologue. And then we kind of went down those different routes. Some of them interacting with each other, like for example, C's and Lloyd's. But then at the very end, the section before the finale and then the entire finale itself, we had one complete route. So how is this gonna work in this game? Are we gonna have two sections to the prologue? We're gonna have Bond's prologue and then we'll have Swin's prologue, and then we'll just continue to progress that way with the two different side chapters, and then as we get towards the end, they'll coalesce into one. Are they going to start separate and then continue throughout the entire game separately? And then there's going to be like alternate endings? I don't want alternate endings. I hate alternate endings. It just confuses everything. I just think alternate endings is dumb, in my personal opinion. That's also partially because of my brain, but anyways. Or will it be one prologue splits into side A and side B? You progress into the different parts of the main body of the game, and then the chapter before the finale or the finale itself, it becomes into one, and then we have one full route. So overall, I'm just very interested in seeing how they plan on doing this. How do they plan on executing the story? The greatest female ever, the most beautiful, the sexiest, the queen, the number one Catwoman, the Neko, my Judith Ranster, which I have to do it for culture's sake. I gotta do it for the culture. You know what I'm saying? I can't talk about this at all because I don't know if she's gonna get another info reveal or any other screenshot information until I get to see her in the game. So I gotta kneel. Already on my knees, kneeling for the one and only queen, the beautiful Judith. Which she has her brunette wig on. She's got her brunette wig on and her sunglasses. That's the first screenshot I see of her. The very first screenshot I see of Judith in Kuro 2 is her with the sunglasses, with the shades, and her brunette wig. Because you know, you can clearly see she's in public. Right over here. Oh, Nina's right here. Which, oh, interesting. Nina's over here. Okay. What the heck is going on? Because Goch is also here. Goch is here. Nina's here. So are we having another film festival situation? Another movie situation over here? What's going on? I don't really know, but I find that very fascinating. We have the back of Quattro's head right over here. So what could Quattro be doing in the same area as Judith, Nina, and Goch and Vaughn? I have no idea how this situation comes about, but I can't freaking wait to see it. Personally, this is for me personally, this is my personal wanting and hope and need, is that Judith has more screen time than she did in the first game. More screen time than she had in the first game, and more main party playability than she had in the first game. If she has that, I will be absolutely ecstatic. If it's less playtime than the first game and less screen time than the first game, I will cope. Yeah, I'll go. I'm assuming Vaughn and Goch are talking about movies, and I see R17. I believe this is Judith's name. I believe. I haven't completely memorized her Japanese name, like how the writing is. But this right here, I do believe is the beginning of Judith. So I think they're probably talking about Judith's new movie and how it's gonna be, you know, rated 17 plus, mature, sexy, hot, all that good stuff. I don't like at all what Falcom's doing with Judith's character in terms of how they're making her the quote-unquote fan service, you know what I'm saying, with that accident and all that other nonsense they have going on, and the way they're just promoting her to just be like this, sort of like just stand there and look pretty, look beautiful, look hot type of thing. I don't like it. I don't enjoy it at all. She has much more capabilities. She can do a lot more. She's fantastic. She can do a lot of things. Falcom fully unlocked that. Stop clowning around and trying to treat her like she's some freaking prop. And next screenshot we have over here for side A is with Grimcats. So not only did I get Judith, but I also got Grimcats reveal. Let's freaking go! And I do believe this is Grimcats talking, and I'm already loving the energy. The energy from her, the confidence, the smile, I cannot wait to hear Yoko Hikasa's performance as Judith / Grimcats once again. I'm going to be absolutely squealing, y'all better believe it. And oh my god, is she freaking beautiful. And look at Vaughn's face. Look at Vaughn's face! Quattro is just looking at her just like, what are you saying? Like, what's going on through that brain of yours? And Vaughn is just like, I can't believe this is happening right now. Like, of course you're doing this. I love it. I love it so much. I can't wait for this. I can't freaking wait. I hope she shows up in both the sides of the chat. Show up in side A, show up in side B, show up all over the place, Judith. Please move. Now this right here, look at Elaine's face. Look at Elaine and look at Nadia. I cannot, like, I find this very, other than just Swin. Look at Swin. He's just like, Swin's face is just like, what am I getting myself into? What did I get myself into? What is happening here? But look at Nadia's face and look at Elaine's face. This is gonna be very interesting. Well, actually, by the way, let me get off my knees. I don't need to kneel anymore because we're pretty much done talking about Judith for the rest of this video and the rest of this information reveal. So, I'm off my knees. This is a very interesting character dynamic group, the three of them. Because just look at this. Look at Nadia. I can only imagine what she's saying here specifically, and look at Elaine's face. Because like these two personalities, the Divine Swords Maiden and the former assassin, sort of like, I don't even know how to put her personality sometimes, but just like the way these two will interact is going to be very interesting to see. Because I feel like they do share some similarities, but for the most part, they're very different. So I can't wait to see this dynamic. Absolutely. As far as, especially if Elaine finds out about these two's history, and like how they're related with the garden, and like how they escaped, and some of the shady things that they did. And then once she gets to see more of Nadia and her sort of like other personality, because she does have that little like cute, innocent sort of vibe to her on the outside, she can have that. But she has those moments that we saw throughout Haji where she is just, whoa, like, okay. Looks like we're at some kind of mall. Yeah, looks like we're at a mall. Interesting. Final screenshot right here, kind of showing the three of them in action. And yeah, this is Elaine. I don't know who they're talking to. I have no idea where they're at right now. I wonder how the heck Elaine goes from being with Vaughn in the prologue and waking him up in order to address the whole situation with the Red Grendel and the assassination of the obliteration, the eradication of the CID group. But how did she end up with Swin and Nadia? And like the three of them, who the heck are they fighting right here? And this is like overall, I really just want to see how this is gonna play out. It'll be fascinating. Which is the other reason why it's kind of like each part is gonna have different party members. I believe. And that's the other thing, like each part is gonna have different party members, so I'm very just curious on how they plan on how this story is gonna get executed. I feel like there's only there's only two things that's gonna happen. It's either gonna be freaking phenomenal and fire, or it's gonna be not done well. I don't really think there's like a middle ground. Okay, the last part for this video is discussing the side missions. This has the potential to be very interesting. I cannot wait to see this in the game for a plethora of reasons, and you guys know I love this sort of like side content. The side quests in Kuro no Kiseki were by far my favorites. I cannot wait to see they are bringing back fishing, but I do want to see other mini games as well come that's a little bit more based than the basic like Vantage Masters Blade, Palm, whatever the heck the Palm Tetris game was called. So I cannot wait to see what other sort of side content they have planned for Kuro 2. But for right now, let's talk about these side missions that they're going to implement here. So basically, you will kind of enter these side missions depending on the traits of the characters that you have in your party during the chapters selection. So for example, Mare here is doing like a orbital network infiltration situation. So probably during obviously like Vaughn's chapter, side A. And then for Swin, he's got like a tracking spy, sort of following a person to a location staying hidden, and following them to a specific location in his chapter side B. So what I find interesting about that is, does that mean that this is just an example? So we are going to talk about these two in depth in each of these pictures for the hacking of Mare over here, and as well as the stealth of Swin, which Mare hacking makes sense. Swin's stealth makes sense, but they say depending on the characteristics of the party members in the chapter. So does that mean that this is just an example of a side mission that we're going to be playing throughout the game, and that there's actually multiple? Like, for example, like Celis and Rion, and they may have a different side mission for a given chapter that they're main party of. Maybe JUDITH will have something like a side mission. Auron may have like a, you know what I'm saying, like different party members that are active in the chapter that you're playing. Will they have side missions as well? And it's not just that the fact Mare and Swin are the only ones with side missions. That's something I want to know. I can't wait to find that out. And so basically what she's doing here, she has like it's like a hacking mission, and it's basically like an orbital network hacking mission, to where like you go around, like I guess like the server, you run into walls. Maybe some walls you can move through, and other ones you have to like do like an input command, like right over here. To where like you have to input this, you have to do this button input, triangle up on the D-pad, left on the D-pad, and then left on the D-pad. And I'm guessing this is like a timer right here. Like if this goes all the way and you don't get this correct, you'll F. You know what I mean? So I really hope it's not this simple for the input commands, and they're actually like challenging and they make you think, because I really do enjoy stuff like that. And so basically for this side hacking, the orbital network hacking mission with Mare, is you have a time limit to accomplish an objective. What the objectives are, I don't know, but it's very interesting. You have an objective, you have to accomplish it within a certain time limit. If you don't accomplish it, then I'm assuming you either like, you get a fail and you have to retry and you're not able to progress the story, maybe? So I can't wait to see how that's gonna work. The other feature also, it's not really talked about in depth, but right over here on the bottom right corner, if you press down on the R3 button, you have like the Sarge search. Not really sure what exactly the Sarge search does, but it looks interesting. It sounds interesting. I can't wait to see it. Now with the stealth side mission with Swin. Basically the objective here is to stay hidden and undetected, follow a target character. So I'm just gonna say, for example, let's just pretend we're following this guy, and you have to get to that wherever that location that person's going. So you need to be able to follow that person, that target, to the location they're going undetected. So I think that's freaking awesome. So maybe it's like maybe you have like a story, and in the story, based off the circumstances, maybe we have to get information, and in order to get that information, we have to follow somebody, and this is how you follow that person with the side mode mission thing. That would be kind of cool. And then once you reach the target's location, you transition into the story, and you exit out of the side mission mode seamlessly. That will be something to see. You know what I mean? I can't wait to see how that gets implemented as well. But yeah, we got Swin over here, and if you look at the corner right here, look at the screen right here, we have found, and we have lost. So again, we have the guy with the hat that we're following. Found, lost. So I'm thinking the found meter right here is not so much, I don't think that's so much a we found them, but them finding us. So like for example, if this meter goes all the way to the end and hits this eyeball and the found, that means that this target that we're following found us and we failed, we got detected. Whereas and then lost over here means we're too far away. Because when you're following them, you can't get too far away, they can't get out of your sight. If they get out of your sight, meaning that this meter is all the way full to the lost, then you failed. And then you have to either like retry or restart and you can't progress the story. So overall, this whole side mission concept I find fascinating, and between the story, the way they're formatting the story and the way they're adding these side missions, I'm just very curious in seeing how they execute and implement these aspects in Kuro 2. Let me know what you guys think about your own personal opinions about how the story is going to be progressing in this game, as well as these side missions, and what you guys think about what I said. But that is a wrap for this one, y'all. So in the next final video, we will talk about the new areas we're going to explore. But for right now, y'all, that is a wrap. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy the video and you haven't already, then like the damn video, because I do appreciate you guys' feedback. Have a great rest of your Saturday. Take care, y'all. Have a great weekend. Good luck next week, and I will see you guys in the next video stream. Take care, y'all. Your boy is out of here. Peace.